Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Chris. Today's video is about, well, I guess I would call it a mini haul. It's fragrances that I have recently picked up in the past maybe month or two. Several of these were on my wish list and several of them I just picked up because I maybe tried a sample and fell in love and wanted a full bottle. And that's what today's video is all about. Now, some of these are new or newish perfumes. Some of them are several years old and I'm just getting around to maybe testing them, sampling them, and actually wanting a bottle. And a few of these have been on my wish list for a long time. So with that being said, let's just dive right in. I'm gonna start with one that was a surprise for me. This one is by the house of Maison Crivelli, and this is Santal Volcanique. Now I got this, I do a bunch of sample swaps with several friends that I have met in the fragrance community. This is one that was sent to me. And I don't really know what I was thinking. I'm thinking, you know, like Santal Volcanique, I'm thinking like a smoky sandalwood, a very heavy sandalwood. This is the exact opposite and probably why I really love it so much. In fact, when I sprayed it, I took this with me on vacation when I visited my folks maybe about 2 months ago, and this one is just perfect. So this is a very bright, fresh, almost like a zingy sandalwood. There's nothing smoky and ashy and dark and volcanic about this whatsoever. This has like ginger and lime, so it's very fresh. It's very fresh and zingy, but creamy at the same time. Maybe a little bit of pepperiness, a little bit of spices. I know there's cardamom in here. There may be a dash of pepper, but this is a beautiful, easy, fresh, grab and go sandalwood. I wore this on the plane going back and I just felt really nice and fresh and clean and put together, but not overpowering. And I just thought if someone smelled me, they would think I smelled clean and fresh and nice, but not overpowering or overbearing. I love this. The next one is one that has been on my wish list probably for a year. This is Narco Oasis, and this might be my very favorite fruity perfume at the moment. This is like passion fruit done to perfection. Some fruity perfumes I take issue with or that I just can't wear because they're often accompanied with a super very heavy, overpowering musk. Hello, Bapera, I'm talking about you. Or the fruits are a little bit synthetic. This is a beautiful, realistic, slightly tart passion fruit, but it has a little bit, it's got a nice vanillic sweetness. So that tart, oh gosh, I just love this. It's like tart and sweet. So that tart passion fruit, which is very realistic to me, is offset with a beautiful vanillic sweetness. It also has a little bit, I want to say a little bit of black currant in the background. Absolutely beautiful. I love this so much. And unlike most like fruity musky perfumes, this has almost no musk. I would say this is like fruits and vanilla are the star show. Absolutely love it. Great longevity, great lasting power, even though it's not a beast. Okay, so the next two I have are from Ormonde Jayne. Now they sent me tester, like travel sizes of both of these fragrances, and I fell in love with both of them immediately, and I knew I wanted to get a full bottle, and I had full bottles of both. The first one, and I don't think I had ever even heard of or just didn't know much about, was called Chi, and this is Chi Intensivo. Now it's missing the cap because I bought this as a tester. I love this so much that I wanted it in the 4-ounce bottle, so I got it. So this might be my favorite or one of my favorite tea fragrances at the moment. This is a beautiful, very fresh and airy, bright, citrusy tea that is not bitter and earthy. Oh my gosh, I am so in love with this perfume because I struggle a lot of times with tea perfumes, even though I like them in general. I like them when they're fresh, but oftentimes they have something that's earthy or dark or bitter. So this tea is perfect for me, and it'll be great for the hot weather, and it's going to be hot this summer because it's very fresh, it's light, and it's not earthy or bitter. So I think the main note in here is probably green tea, because it has that really nice green tea freshness. It has a little bit of mate. I want to say mate can make things turn earthy and bitter. I can detect it, but it is absolutely, it's neither earthy nor bitter, which I love. It has a really gentle, fruity sweetness, and I want to say it's from apricot. It's apricot, so it has this really lovely apricot fruitiness to it, and it has a really nice musk in the dry down, probably just a touch of woods. This is a tea fragrance through and through. Some soft underlying florals, gentle florals. Ormonde Jayne does florals really, really well. I'd probably say freesia, but they're in the background and they're very gentle. This is a light wearing perfume. I don't care. In fact, I have the travel size. I keep that in my bag. Perfect grab and go, easy reach. It will do well in any situation. This is more on the light and airy kind of casual side, so it's great if you don't want to wear anything heavy, if you work in an office, you know, if you're around a group of people and you don't want to offend them, maybe they don't like fragrances in general, you're going to smell fresh and clean and pretty without really overpowering anybody. The next one is the newest release from Ormonde Jayne. This is their newest vanilla. I fell in love with it right away. This is Vanille de Afriques. This is the Intensivo. Now, Ormonde Jayne doesn't really do gourmands. It's not really her forte. Well, the owner, her name is Linda. This is her interpretation of a vanilla, which to me is a floral, velvety vetiver vanilla. So this is very warm. It's very balmy. It's really not your typical, you know, vanilla scent. So this has a lot of iris or orris. That's really one of the main players here, is this nice, warm, slightly buttery, slightly powdery orris that has a little bit of an earthy vegetal vibe. There are some spices in here and a dry vetiver. I definitely get vetiver. So the vanilla in here is non-gourmand. There's a sweetness to it. In fact, when people smell this on me, they say, "You smell good." I smell a little bit of sweetness. Is that vanilla? So the vanilla is detected, and it's detected as being sweet, but it is in no way. This is not a gourmand vanilla. So if you are that type of person that loves the idea of vanilla perfume, but you do not want to smell like a piece of cake or a cupcake or something edible, but you're looking for a really nice, high quality, non-gourmand vanilla, this is right up here. As long as you like something very balmy, has a little bit of spices, has a little bit of vetiver, this is absolutely gorgeous, really quite beautiful. I love it. So the next perfume was on my video called Wish List. This was on my wish list. I picked up a bottle pretty quickly because I thought this would do really well in my collection. This is called Ceramic by Andrea Maack. It's the only Andrea Maack I have in my collection. I've tried a few. I haven't tried the whole line. I've tried a few, and this one was by far my favorite. So this is a mix between fresh, clean laundry and a high-end luxury like face cream or body cream. So it's floral, but it's not overly powdery. It's not soapy clean. It just has a creaminess to it. That's why I liken it to something in between, like the best smelling fresh laundry and a luxury face cream. It's somewhere in there. And that might seem boring to a lot of people, but it's something that I really enjoy because it's going to be good in most situations. Like I can wear this type of fragrance to work, going out, around people. You're just gonna smell clean and fresh and pretty, and you're not going to be overly offensive. So very, very happy I picked this one up. The next one is the newest release by Phlur. This is Strawberry Letter. I did not want to blind buy, but every time I tried to buy the travel size, it just kept getting sold out. And I was really interested to seeing what all the fuss was about. So this one is as the name says, it is a strawberry, it's a strawberry based fragrance. Okay, so to me, this is a cross between a 0-calorie strawberry jam mixed with some sort of shampoo from my childhood. And I say that in a good way. It just immediately reminded me of a shampoo that my mom used to put on me to wash my hair when I was a kid, or I used to wear when I got old enough to shampoo my own hair. But so it definitely has strawberry in here. I want to say there's something else, maybe plum. And there's also some background florals. So I would say that this is a really nice perfume. I can see why people like it, you know, because it's nice and it's fun and it's invigorating and it's fresh and it's not overly syrupy or sticky sweet. To me, I just thought it was kind of blah. I mean, I think I paid $100 for this, and I just like some fruity perfumes a lot better, and this one just kind of lasted like a body spray on me. I just did not get any good longevity, and that's my main issue with a lot of these Phlur fragrances. In fact, most but one I can think of, they just had terrible longevity and lasting power. And I think for $100, I just think $100 is a lot to pay for something that smells a little bit like a body spray, like a good body spray, and lasts like a body spray. I think this is just a little bit on the pricey side for what it is. Okay, so the next perfume is called Fleuve Tendre, and this is by Liquid Imaginaires. Now, this is one of the very few blind buys I've had this year. I was over on Max Aroma. They were having this terrific sale, and I liked so many in the line, I bought it. Now, had I looked at the notes, so this is a very successful blind buy, and I'm super happy I have it. Had I looked at the notes first, I never would have purchased it because it has notes that I really don't like. I want to say there's like animal notes or animalic notes, fur notes. It has civet. I would have gone running from this perfume. Thankfully, I don't really pick up a lot of those notes. This is I would call this a spicy, fresh, floral musk. This is by Sonia Constant that I don't hear anyone talk about. So it's definitely a Sonia Constant hidden gem. Yeah, so it is fresh. There is orange in here, some citruses, but I definitely get cardamom. So there's a cardamom spiciness to it. So if you love a citrusy cardamom perfume, like a spicy citrusy fragrance with a strong cardamom, you may very well love this one because it's got these nice bright citruses, but it definitely has that spicy cardamom. You can detect it for sure. Some underlying florals. I think this has lots of flowers. The one flower that I do pick up, it's not super heavy, but I definitely get a soft, gentle, kind of a dewy, pinky rose in here. And it has this really nice, kind of this warm, ambery sweetness. So it offsets those spicy notes, the citrusy notes, a little bit of the florals, but it's fresh, but it has this lovely, non-heavy, ambery sweetness that I just love. Little splash of musk, moderate to long wearing, perfect in any weather, but I think really this is going to shine in those hot months, and I wouldn't be afraid of those scary animalic notes. Now, is this a safe blind buy? Absolutely not. But don't be afraid of the animalic notes because I really don't get those. Okay, so I'm down to my last two. The next one completely took me by surprise. I've had the Discovery set for Dries Van Noten for a year. And I think one of the first ones I went through was Rock the Myrrh. I tried that, loved it, bought the bottle, and kind of just left the Discovery set behind and never went back to it. Well, I've gone back through it. I'm actually going to go through a house review because there are so many hidden gems in there. I mean, everybody knows about Soie Malacay, and that was the big one, but there are so many in there that are, to me, are so beautiful and really ones that I would love to talk about, even though going through that house, doing the Discovery set was super dangerous and super expensive because I fell in love with so many, including this one right here. Now, this is called Jardin de L'Orangerie or Jardin de L'Orangerie. Anyways, I did not expect to fall in love with this one. I thought it was just going to be like an orange blossom perfume, and it is. But it is absolutely beautiful, and I'm a huge orange blossom lover. After going through that set, I now have 4 full bottles, which is terrible. They're very expensive, but a lot of those perfumes are gorgeous. So if you love orange blossom fragrances that have a milky sweetness. This is absolutely stunning. I love pretty much all orange blossom, as long as it's not paired with a dark syrupy, and I mean syrup, like maple syrup sweetness. And I'm thinking of some designer perfumes in general, like La Vie Belle, or even Libre. That kind of an orange blossom in there can be super unpleasant with that syrupy sweetness. It's just not my favorite. I prefer a more natural orange blossom that has a lightness to it and a marshmallowy sweetness. So this one is a beautiful orange blossom that has a milkiness to it. It has a milkiness to it, but the milkiness, I think there's actually milk in here, translates to me like a sweet cream or even like a marshmallow milk. There's absolutely this beautiful, fluffy marshmallow sweetness in here. It's not orange, Love Don't Be Shy. It is, I would say, in the ballpark of those perfumes like a Sintra. So this is a little bit similar to Sintra, but doesn't have any of that greenness. So there's no pétillant. It's not soapy. It has this lovely sweetness, but Love Don't Be Shy, a lot of people don't like that because it's very, very sticky sweet and cloying. This one, again, there's no marshmallow listed, but I get like a marshmallow, light, fluffy marshmallow, milky sweetness that is gorgeous. This one also has, I can definitely detect jasmine in the background as it dries down. Like jasmine, maybe some other white flower, maybe a lily. I mean, orange blossom is the star, but it has a little bit of these other, white flowers in here. Very realistic, beautiful scent. This is just like summer, happy florals, sweet summer, sweet, milky, happy florals in a bottle. I would highly recommend going through the Discovery set only if you have a lot of willpower and you're not on a budget, because so many of those perfumes are beautiful, and I've added the full bottles to my collection and they aren't cheap. So know that going in, I'm actually going to do, again, a full house review because there are just so many good ones. And the last one is one I picked up from Bond number 9. This was really, I found this was on a good sale over at Gem Shop. This is called Hudson Yards. Now, I did not buy this blindly. I actually tested it beforehand and I really enjoyed the tester. I thought it was really good. Nothing groundbreaking, but it is a fresh floral fragrance with, some Lily of the Valley. And I really do like Lily of the Valley. It's very nostalgic to me. It kind of reminds me of my childhood. So when I saw this on a really good deal, I went ahead and bought it. It has, so it's floral. There's florals in here, probably freesia. I would definitely say freesia in addition to the Lily of the Valley. A little bit of fruits. Maybe this has lychee in it, some musk. It definitely has a little bit of this shampoo-y vibe, but it's not soapy, it's not screechy. It's very light and airy. I do think it's just a little bit on the pricey side for what this is, which is a nice, clean, shampoo-y floral perfume with a little bit of fruits, an easy grab and go. So when I finish the bottle, I will not repurchase it because I think you can get something similar maybe for less, but I really, really like it. And that's why I bought it. So that's it. Some of my newest acquisitions that I've added to my collection. So if you have any new acquisitions that you've added to your collection that you are loving, let us know in the comments below. We'd all like to hear about it. And with that, thanks again for sticking around. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.